Are you not going to comply with it?
Complying with state and federal laws.
Well, we are the federal law. Well, you better do it. You better do it because you're not going to get any federal funding at all if you don't. And by the way, your population, even though it's somewhat liberal, although I did very well there, your population doesn't want men playing in women's sports. So you better comply because otherwise you're not getting any federal funding.
See you in court.
Every state, good. I'll see you in court.
Players, so I'm pretty sure y'all remember when Frumpy Dump the Bully threatened to withhold federal funding from Maine after Janet Mills, the governor, stood up to him and said, look, I'll see your ass in court. I declare, honey, it was a disgrace, but I'm going to go ahead and keep it a stack with you. With this new development, most people would argue that Frumpy Dump at least tried to stand on business when it comes down to this, honey, because according to reporting, 2 contracts for the Social Security Administration to go into hospitals and do applications for newborn Social Security numbers were canceled, sending the hospital system into a tailspin. I declare. It's terrible. Now, for decades, new parents across the United States have been able to check a box on hospital forms in order to request a Social Security number for their newborn. However, for a brief period this week, that was no longer the case in Maine. Parents were told that they would have to visit the Social Security field office thanks to a shocking move by Frumpy Dump's administration. A spokesperson for the Maine Department of Health and Human Services said that the Social Security Administration said it had canceled contracts with Maine's Vital Statistics program that supports Social Security electronic birth program. Now, of course, Frumpy Dump's administration gave no explanation for the change, but Friday morning, the Social Security Administration changed course and announced that the contracts will be reinstated. According to this statement issued by the acting commissioner for the Social Security Administration, he said that he recently directed the Social Security employees to end 2 contracts which affected the good people of the state of Maine. The 2 contracts are enumeration at birth, which helps new parents quickly request a Social Security number and card for their newborn before leaving the hospital. In retrospect, I realized that ending these contracts created an undue burden on the people of Maine, which was not the intent. So what was the intent? Now, we don't know if these contracts were canceled by Doge or if this is the Frumpy Dump administration or somebody there trying to push the hand of the governor, because I can bet money that this is related to her standing up to Frumpy Dump. Everybody can see that. We know how Frumpy Dump works. So it's just absolutely ridiculous that they would do something like this. When you have a newborn, going to the Social Security office is absolutely out of the question. With RSV and flu and all of these things, and to put those people in that position for a power grab is absolutely disgusting and despicable. But what do we expect from a Frumpy Dump administration? I declare it's a disgrace. Players, put your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think. Do you think that this was a little fishy? Do you think this was a power grab, or do you think I'm reaching? Put it in the comments. It's Double D Mo for the Black Year.